What is going on, guys? TNO Reaper here, back with more, putting, some chaos, well, I shouldn't say back with more, but I am putting some Chaos War Dogs together, so gonna see how this plays out. So I don't have too much space on my phone, unfortunately, which is how I'm recording all of these videos. So I'll probably end up stopping about halfway unless I missed something. So, usually how it goes, put a decent amount of glue so these things don't break apart. So it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out. So I'm putting my war dogs together. And I'm going to try and chat you guys up while I do this. So at the same time, even though I don't really have anything of value to say at the moment, because I am just putting a Titan together. Well, I should say war dogs. So I don't have my Titan rule book with me, so I don't quite know what house I want to go with. And I haven't really found a YouTuber that does anything on the knight houses, or the free blades for that matter. But knowing how free blades are created, break that? No, it's the way it's designed. Interesting. That did not line up the way it was supposed to. Come on. There we go. That's better. So I've got to get the glue to set first before we continue on. I don't know if you guys actually saw that. I wasn't looking at my camera. So I try to do this so you guys can see what it is I'm doing. So I hope you guys have had a great week. So I am just doing what I enjoy, and that is putting these little figures together and amassing an army as I prepare to engage them. Alright, prepare. Don't do too many puzzles if you guys can tell. So, preparing to engage these guys against my brothers. So, kind of see how this lovely thing turns out. So, I'm just gonna throw some glue in here. Stick this on here. These look like exhaust pipes of some kind. Hopefully I'm sticking these the right way. I don't want to have to realize I'm almost done and then I'm blocking myself from something. But that would be very dumb of me. Let's see how this is going to sit on here. Okay. And yeah, in case you guys are wondering, I do like to pre-game my models rather than having the directions with me. There we go. Wonder what this is going to make. So, because basically we're setting up the body right now. So, because we have one right here, 2 legs, and then the other model right over there. And we're basically just going to have a model with 2 legs and then figuring out what it is we're going to do afterward. Ooh, I forgot to put these in place. So, but right now, I'm not really listening to anything because I'm actually getting ready to play with a friend because everything I have is charging at the moment, minus my phone. There you are, almost side of you. So I was watching Sakamoto Days earlier today, which I'm actually really enjoying the series. So for those of you guys that don't know, I'm a big enjoyer of anime for the most part, but I grew up in the 90s, so that would have been fairly obvious. So this is going to have to go in on this side. Okay, there we go. So, but I am a big nerd. But you guys could have figured that out because I'm already putting together these little figures. Not to mention I have no, I wouldn't really say no concept of money. I actually save it pretty well. But these are definitely not a good investment unless they went up in value, but that's not ever going to happen. So, anywho, excuse me, I just had some popcorn as a snack earlier, so it's pretty good. So, does anybody know a good brand of popcorn? So, I missed 2 pieces as well. So we're just gonna throw these in here. Alright, here we go. So that's gonna go in there. I'm gonna throw some glue on this piece right here. And really wish I could have an Alpha Legion Chaos Titan, but that just isn't how it works because Titans are their own separate faction. Which is, ooh, that would have been very bad if that would have broke. Which I find rather, not rather odd, so it's just interesting to note. So now we're going to put these together. Make sure I do this right, so I got 20, okay, so these go here. And the big talon goes in the front, so let's just match these up. I really wish I would have taken the time to not take these out, because the foot has to go in like this. These ones that match have to go on the front, it looks like. There. And the big one goes on the back. Come on, get in there. Just put this upside down because it's easier to let the glue set that way. So just slide this in here as it's supposed to be, and then leave this like this for now, and do the same thing over here. Just slide some glue in here, and here, and in here, and then find the ones that look the same. I think it's these. Hopefully I do this right. So, put this right here. Oh, that might be the wrong size. So right here. Oops, sorry guys. Working off camera here. Yeah, wrong size. So this is the short one. Very nice. Got ourselves a set of claw legs, so while waiting for the glue to set, we'll start working on this other one over here. So same starting place, I think. Just gonna set some glue in here. Probably don't need to use quite this much glue, but I want to make sure that the model actually sticks together properly. Oopsie. Really wish I had like a GoPro or something, so when I was looking at, or when I'm looking at it, it's just a lot easier for you guys to follow what it is I'm doing. So, here. I want these guys to be an opposite mirror because apparently these guys have a variation on them where you can manipulate what direction their legs are looking as well as what weapons they have, which is kind of cool. So I'm probably going to figure that out later after I get done playing with my friends here in a little while. Come on. There we go. That's better. But we'll kind of see how this pans out. It's nice that everything is mostly symmetrical. It makes it easier to figure out how to put together. I think after we're done with this, the glue has set on those clawed feet, so we'll be able to set those in. And put those, put the first base together, and then get this one put together, and this other leg. And then we'll kind of see where we're at for time, because we're already at 10 minutes, and according to my phone, I only have 43 minutes worth of recording for this cell phone. So, very silly. Alright, let's see how this is supposed to look. So it's supposed to be one claw forward, so it's going to look like this. Which would make sense. You want the big toe looking forward. You want to be as menacing as possible. It's just standing there, menacingly. So, yeah. Not bad. Right, I'm pretty sure that's how that, yeah, that's pretty how that's supposed to look. Ouch, stab myself with my own glue bottle here. This in the center frame here. Alright. So it looks like we're supposed to apply a little bit of glue on these flat pieces right here for it to stick to the model. Very nice. Need to get these nails trimmed. Set it on the box here, or this base, and let the glue set. So then we're gonna swing back over to here and start to put this one together. But you guys had some of you guys had commented you wish I would talk more, and I had just done music simply because I hate the sound of my own voice. Which is kind of weird because I'm trying to be a YouTuber, but to be a YouTuber I need to talk. So I feel rather silly for wanting to try something that requires talking all the time. Or at least a significant amount. So then again, it's like I always... Like, especially when it came to games that I was interested in, I didn't care for, like, the commentary stuff, which is kind of how I started out. But as the years have progressed, I've been told over and over and over again, it's a lot more interesting and engaging for you guys if I talk. But then again, half the time I don't really know what to say, because I rely on a lot of you guys for my content ideas, even because I can't just do, what's the word, whatever it is that I want to do, because that wouldn't be entertaining for you guys, and everybody's sense of taste is varied and different. So those of you guys that have been tuning around for the Warhammer stuff is primarily why I'm doing the Warhammer stuff, but also because I enjoy it. So I enjoy working with my hands. So, but I am a full-time helicopter mechanic. So I guess it's kind of par for the course that I'd like to do something that has me working with my hands a good portion of the time. Otherwise I'd get bored. Oopsie. But then again, I don't mind getting glue on my hands. There we go, that's better. And we got that base. Get the claws put together. So here we got these two small claws. Do what we did earlier. Throw some glue in here and in here. But I don't think I'm going to be able to use these guys in my main, or use these models, I should say, in my main army. So, I know it sounds kind of silly, but I saw them and I wanted them. So it was like that skit from the Boondocks. You guys know the one I'm talking about. I want that booty, Tom. Should probably sit down and watch that show in its entirety rather than just quote it all the damn time. But we're almost approaching the end of this segment here, and this will probably be a break. So, yeah, have appreciated you guys and all the advice that you have given. So you fellow hobbyists, you're giving me good advice. So I appreciate you guys. And maybe one of these days, one of these videos will get over how it is I sound. But unfortunately, my voice doesn't quite sound as deep as I would like. You know the kind of voice, the Morgan Freeman types, able to narrate pretty much anything. All right. So let's get some glue on here and here. Well, there we go. Get some legs going. So these beasties got some pretty good legs. And we'll make these guys kind of mirror each other on the opposite side. I am messing up already, so we're going to do this. Nope. We want the other one. There we go. Touching that glue. Okay, there we go. So now we have them being opposites of each other. And then I'm going to find there's supposed to be a little hubcap right here that I didn't clip out, unfortunately, which I will probably do off screen, just to make sure that I don't miss that step. That, and it's one thing that I have to hunt, the less thing that I have to hunt for later on the model board. But thankfully, we're about done here. So I'm just going to pop the legs on here. And again, I do wonder what it would be like to be a Princeps of a Chaos Titan, or at least how does that work? How do they get the favor to be a member of the, I don't even know, Trader Legios Titanica or whatever it is? But yeah, but that was I should probably wait to put that away first. So, but sorry, I gotta get my glue set up so I can hunt down those hubcaps before I do anything. So yeah, but this is the start, guys, and just moving on. Okay, so we're putting on the bigger portion of it now, so this will be interesting to see. We're gonna start with putting on the servo pieces here. But there's been a significant break in time. I don't know if you guys can tell. The sun was out earlier. Oopsie. Let's see. Looks like this is all just one singular piece here. Ding ding. So it's going to go in the little servo portion of it. There you are. All right. Sorry, I kind of pre-clipped everything and buzzed everything down to be the proper piece. So I apologize if you guys want to see me actually taking stuff out of the plastic. But it would make for a much longer video than it should. And I don't care to waste your guys' time. I think these are the exact same, so regardless of where we put these, it's not going to matter. So we're going to put them right inside here on the legs. So No groove for this. That's weird. Just trying to look at the legs here and see. Oh, I don't think we were supposed to put it on the base yet. Apparently this is supposed to go in here like this. We gotta grab the forceps again. So this is gonna need to kind of sit in here like this. Gotta find a flat place to put this. So there's no groove to accept this. That's kind of odd. Let's take this. Oh, I guess it's supposed to look something like that. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. So I get some glue on here. So I don't know if you guys can tell the segments I'm having to do this on. So according to my phone, I only have 28 minutes of recording that I can do with this. Just gonna slip this in here like that. And that'll basically just look like that. So pretty cool, huh? I don't have to do much of anything with this, thankfully. Gotta make sure I clean this off before I forget. So put some glue on this bad boy. Probably end up putting one of these completely together before I have to end the video. So what I need is a device that allows me to properly record stuff. Try and go in from behind here. Keep this on the forcep. Oh, come on. Make for a hard entry. So this is going to have to go in like that. Should grab a I think I need a regular forceps here. How annoying. You guys can tell I've got very fat fingers. Oh shit. Come on. There we go, that's better. Not quite how that should look, but get that in there just right. So give it another quick dab of glue. So I do apologize if you guys didn't really see that. Come on, glue, there we go. That's better. Okay, now we're starting to look like a proper set of servos. So we're going to get some armor plates on here now. Ding ding. Oh man. I think this is probably my favorite piece to put together by far. Oh, and I missed a step, guys. Grab this here. Throw that in here. I don't quite know how many days this is actually going to take me to put together, just because I'm going to run out of recording space on my phone, but I definitely missed a step. So I forgot to put these wires in places, and I thought I did snip you. So we have to slip this in on the leg here. grab that forceps here. Can't really see what I'm doing right now. There we go. So one thing I don't like is having to fat finger my things. So apparently we're supposed to get another hose on here, and it doesn't look like it goes on quite the right way. So there's a groove for it to go in. So you guys can't really see it, but everything is kind of meant to mash together. So it's supposed to slip in here. Come on. I think. Otherwise, this was supposed to go in early. There we go. That's better. So it just kind of fits in quite like that. It's a hose that is broken and goes to nowhere. So I'm just going to pretend that the machine spirits are the only thing keeping this thing functioning. So now we have these these knee plates right here that need to go in, and it looks like they just lock in. Gotta read my diagram here. Let's see. Looks like they go down the long way. Some glue in place. There we go. Then, oh, I see. Okay, I did that wrong. Because the glue is supposed to go on here. There we go. It slips on just like that. So, making it look like interlocking armor, which is kind of cool. Oh, I made the same mistake again. But I don't think I'm going to be able to use these guys in an actual battle, which is going to suck. So unless I'm running actual, like, Titans. And unfortunately, I lack the funding right now to be able to do that. Which is, no bueno, but it's okay at the same time. It's not like I'm going to be able to have everything I want in the world. But having fun with it and just building the models that I enjoy is by far the most enjoyable part of this entire experience. Which, right there you are. Okay, gotta grab this little nut piece right here and put my I don't even know what you would call this thing. It's basically just decorative part of the armor with the chains. And apparently it's got human heads on it, so I guess that's a great size comparison about how big these things are, if that's the size of a human head on this. So these things gotta be pretty damn massive. God dang. Gotta enjoy that drip, if you will. So, Okay, I wasn't supposed to put the piece on until later, so now we need to do this piece right here. Which is supposed to go on in some way. So let's start with the most obvious. This capacitor back here has to go on. Flip that into here. This is the easier part. Then this is supposed to slide in somewhere. Oh, right here. Okay, that makes sense. So get some glue on these edges here, but now I only have about 10 minutes of available recording space on my phone, so this will probably jump cut to tomorrow, because I'm just going to remove this off my phone tonight and then go to bed, more than likely. So, but I am all gung-ho to put this thing together, and I honestly have to muster a wee bit of patience. It's my largest scale model that I've made so far. Come on. This should lock in automatically. There we go. That's better. Got a nice little cockpit for my Princep. At least that's where it belongs. Ah, crap. Oopsie. There we go. Oopsie. Sorry, guys. I keep dropping my things. So, like I said, I got very fat fingers. It's, you'd be surprised how much time I spend having to look for parts and stuff, because I drop it when I'm working on, like, aircrafts and stuff. Not that I do it intentionally. Alright, let's see how this is supposed to go on here. Alright, let's get this dome piece into place. There we go. I do think I'm going to have to go pick up some more glue, so I'm going to have to hit up boards, Games by James, or whatever that store is I usually shop at. Alright, so apparently there's supposed to be a gap here, and then we put this armor plate on, and it looks like it's supposed to be the 3 teeth on the bottom. So, man, this is actually turning out really cool. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Oh, I think I have to snip that off. Or sand that off, it looks like. Maybe. Unless there is supposed to be a gap in there. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. So what do you guys think so far? So turn it like this. I don't think this is meant to be glued down, just so that these things can actuate. So this is basically what it looks like right now. But we'll see. So now we just got to put these smokestacks together. I think I messed up the sides these need to be on. These need to go like this, it looks like. Okay, yeah, that looks like that just snaps. That just snapped right in. Alright, let's get some glue going. Get these smokestacks in place, and then hopefully be able to get the other one partially put together before I run out of feed. But I am truly grateful to you guys that have been tuning in and checking out my stuff. I'm speaking in a low voice right now because my family is currently sleeping and I don't care to disturb them. So if you want me to speak up, that's not going to be happening. Not to mention the low voice makes me sound less stupid. Yeah, like I've talked about, I hate the sound of my own voice. I'm pretty sure you other guys can relate. But let me know in the comments section what your favorite model you've put together is. So this one is probably my current favorite. By a lot. There we go. Get those smokestacks into place. And get these on. And we'll start putting the other one on. There we go. So we have a place for our arm, so we're just going to set this right here for now. So, looking pretty badass. So let's get to work on this one. So start with the servos again, so we don't lose those. Have my forceps handy. So I alternated the legs on this one so they could be a mirror of each other. So I do admit the attention to detail with these things is pretty amazing. Like, who do you think comes up with these designs? So, because it's gotta, they gotta know, like, an engineer or something. Like, that's the only way it makes sense that they come up with these ideas, because I don't think a normal human being, because, like, alright, so, like, the people that make, like, Gundam and stuff, like, the fact that they have, like, the actuating, like, parts and stuff in the anime, and it's kind of like, you ever watch a TV show or something, and it's like, how does that even work? Is kind of the thought that crosses your mind, like, just thinking about how the Gundams are basically a giant, like, the maintainers on that, I feel so sorry for them. Come on. There we go, that's better. Like, all the battle damage they take, all of the maintenance hours that goes into it, all of the money that goes into those damn things. Like, holy crap. Like, just being able to operate one of those things, like, knowing what I know about, like, what it takes to fly a helicopter, like, at a minimum is around $40,000 just to launch the damn thing. You know, talking like a basic helicopter, like at your hospital kind of thing. So, because it's like you're not, you know, taking in like man hours and everything. And that's just like basic stuff. Because it's like if you need to replace like specific components, you're kind of boned. So, not to mention having to do like a rotor head repair is no bueno. The amount of money that goes into just having somebody run a private helicopter makes me kind of happy I'm getting my private pilot's license, or not private pilot, but trying to get my commercial pilot's license. Put a little glue in there just to be on the safe side. Just don't miss anything. There we go. There we go. I will hopefully be one of those pilots here very soon, but we'll kind of see how it plays out. So I know you guys can't kind of see what I'm doing, but I'm just trying to get these pressure lines in place. You guys can't barely see that, or at least I can barely see that on my screen. I definitely need to invest in a GoPro or something. Make my job so much easier. Well, not even my job, just make this entire process easier. There we go. Come on, line up. It's very annoying. Come on. There we go, that's better. Honestly, what I would love is some C-clamps or something to be able to hook these in here. Get these things to stay. Come on. Alright, let's get this in. No, okay. I think I should be able to get this in here with just my fingers, but you never know. Might have to do this off screen. Come on. I have to fat finger this damn thing. Oh. Come on, gravity. Alright, looks like we're sticking with the forceps. I don't know how I got that one in the first time. It was so much easier. Come on. Oh, that's why it's not going in. It's supposed to fit in the long way. Like that. This should be like a key. There we go. There we go. That's better. Alright, it's in. Alright, so we're going to get these leg pieces into place, or these armor pieces. And then unfortunately, I'm going to have to try and cut out the not cut the recording, but remove the pieces of the this recording off my phone so that I can finish this piece for you guys before I end up having to go to bed. So, because tomorrow I should be putting weapons together. There we go. That's better. So I don't have a whole lot of time here because I've got about 5 minutes. And this recording is going to quit, and I'm not going to be able to pay attention to it, unfortunately. Just get some on my arm. Oopsie. So I'm going to be fat fingering this a lot, so I do apologize. There we go. Maybe if I turn down the quality on my phone, because I've got the Galaxy 24 or whatever it is. So it takes nice videos, but it also makes for very difficult, it also uses up a lot of storage space, I should say. There we go. Alright, that is in place. So let's get this front armor piece on, and then I'm going to pause and come back to this here in about 10 minutes as soon as this is done being transferred. I'm sorry I'm trailing off here. It is late, and I'm just trying to finish this at the moment. Yeah, so unfortunately I'm going to have to take a small break here. Not that you guys are going to notice. Okay, so now we have a bit more time to be able to put these guys together. So, yeah, you guys are definitely not going to notice, but I had to break this up, and I'm pretty sure you'll notice, you know, just mentioning this to myself here, and for you guys, is I actually had to delete part of a video. This needs to be flipped around. Delete part of a video because of a error that had happened while I was recording, not recording, but while I was trying to move my Raptor video over. So I had tried to fuse the videos together on my phone while I was working, so at drill. So those of you guys that don't know, I'm in the National Guard, so I do that full time. Well, not full time, but I do that on the weekends, and then I'm a full-time technician. And I work on our military helicopters, which I find enjoyable. I like working. Helicopters have always been my passion. Since as far back as I can remember, not necessarily helicopters, but aviation as a whole. But anyway, going back to the problem with the video that I had was my cell phone decides to convert my files into HEVC format, is I think if I remember what it's called. So basically I can't open it up without an extension, which is really irritating, and it doesn't allow me to convert it into a file format that I can open. So for those of you that are recording with your phone, don't make videos from your phone until you're sure that the device will not save it in a file format that you can't recover it from. So I basically lost about about 15 minutes of video, not that that makes much of a difference for you guys, of me putting raptors together. So just for those of you that wonder, it's like, why is this video missing quite a bit of footage, and that's why. So let's get this up here, but I finish up this segment here. These guys are coming together quite nicely. I wonder what kind of face I'm going to put on these guys when I'm done. Is it going to be like the wolf face, or is it going to be a... Oh, I thought I clipped that. Let's snip this off real quick. Oopsie. Might have to sand it a little bit, but we'll see. I'll put some more glue down. But we'll kind of see how it turns out. So these are coming together quite nicely. So now we just got to put these smokestacks together. Oopsie. Hopefully I put these together right. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. These guys are almost a one-for-one copy of each other, but I think the only thing I'm going to have different about them is the weapons I'm going to use. Or I think I'm going to give one a flamer and a... I don't know. It's like either it's going to be a Gatling gun and the incinerator or the inferno cannon or whatever it's called. I'd have to look at what it is, or something else. I can't quite remember. So getting a steampunk vibe from this unit though. God dang, the detail on this is amazing. Or maybe a power claw. I don't know. So let me know in the comment section. It's like these guys are going to be mainly for show. If I'm ever able to field them, it'll be a good day, but I doubt it. Just simply because of the fact that Titans are basically useless on the tabletop. It fit together nicely. There we go. So, and you know, I don't mean to be cynical about it, so I was all set to have them be massive set pieces anyway for me. Because they'll probably be here in the background in some capacity. Or I might just keep them on my desk, so... But we'll kind of see. I don't know what night house to paint them, though. Somebody let me know in the comment section what night house I should go with. Or Chaos Night House, so yeah. So these guys are basically like this. I don't think that's other areas supposed to be, or the bottom half is supposed to be glued. Just to prevent these guys from rotating, because you want them to actuate a little bit, but this is basically how they're looking right now. So Alright, so continuing on with this next segment here, it's been about a day since I started putting these guys together. So my brother was nice enough to come over and drop off some combat patrol. So yeah, I do apologize. My daughter's running around in the background. So let's see here. Starting to put together the chain blade, where it is not recommending that I put any glue on the actuator parts. Come on. So my daughter's going to be kind of in and out because it's just me and her today. So mommy's got school. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this because I am having a lot of fun. Come on. Come on.
Furnoodle loves to roll.
Yeah, we call our kitties fur noodles.
Yeah. The colored kitties.
Sorry, guys. It's like, usually I've never had this problem before. So, I bet you think I say that to all the ladies. Come on.
Goo-goo, goo-goo, be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet.
Might just have to go with regular glue. I don't know what's going on. So I put the cap on, right? Okay, so I figured out what my problem was with the glue. So the tube was clogged with glue, dried glue, which I kind of figured was going to happen, but it made me sad when it did. So I actually had to... Oh, come on. It's still partially clogged. I used a little bit of hot water and some pressure to clean it out. And then I dried it just by blowing through it to make sure it was clear. So let's get this bad boy... no. Get this bad boy put together. And I do have a cat sitting in my lap right now, so pardon me if I am a little off here. So we're going to put our chain blade together. So unfortunately I don't have really much to say today because we are coming down to the end of this, and this has kind of been a 2-day project. Not 2-day. What is it, day 3 that I've been working on this? So it's been a very interesting ride today. So I actually had to go out, do some yard work. So clean up my yard, pick up a few things. What the heck? I thought these are supposed to fit together. Oh, wow. I'm such an idiot. Sorry, I had to usually pre-fit everything, and I feel kind of dumb. So basically, I'm going to do chain axes and a Gatling gun on this one. Oop. So, and then apparently I'm not supposed to glue this in. So I'm supposed to glue this part, but not any of the parts that are supposed to actuate. And it's like, I don't know quite what that is supposed to do for this. So, like, yeah, it's supposed to be cool. You can actuate the arm to show what direction the weapon is pointing in. But at the same time, it's like, oop, I'm messing up here. Oopsie. Oopsie, this was supposed to go in first. Oh. That could have been bad. Sorry about that. Sorry, I gotta admit though, this looks pretty badass. So we'll get the other part of the arm in here. Okay, I almost messed that up. That could have been very bad. Make sure I put this on the right way, because apparently I can flip this around depending on what arm I want to put it on. So, god dang, look at that arm. That is like the sexiest thing I've seen today. Well, second sexiest thing. Here we go. Then supposed to sit in here like this. What? What? What the hell? Huh, something's off here. Oopsie. Something's off here, because I'm technically supposed to be able to line this up with the arm, but the arm is going to be up like this. What? Okay, so this is in the right spot. What the hell is supposed to happen here? Because the arm is supposed to slide in, but it's supposed to be able to sit. This is not accurate at all. Put the wrong arm. I might have put the wrong actuator in place. Let's see what happens here. Because the arm is supposed to sit flat against the side here. This does not look right. Am I missing something here? What the hell? Oh, it's a catch. That's all it is. So the arm will continue to slide all the way in. Oh, I get it. Okay, so I don't have to lock it out. I can just twist it into place. That's what's supposed to happen, but it's not twisting. There we go. That's better. That's... I feel dumb. So now I should... Okay, so basically it enables me to swap out what weapons I want to use. That's kind of cool. So I can mix and swap, but it's going to be kind of hard if I don't have all the pieces. So, I'm going to give the cat a little attention here. Alright, let's put this other arm together. I feel so silly right now, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's was a pain in the butt to get this thing unclogged. Hey, sweetheart, there's nothing on my shirt for you to lick or smell. Can you stop that? My cat is licking my t-shirt or my sweatshirt right now. Alright, let's pop this in here. this into here so we do this right the first time. So let's throw some glue on this bad boy. I wonder what night house I should go with. Does anybody got any recommendations? No. Fortunately, I'm sorry guys, I'm not very chatty today. So I got my nephew and my friend coming over today, so I'm trying to wrap this up quickly enough. And so it doesn't take up any more space on my phone. There we go. There we go. So yeah, we got a chain sword, or we got a chain sword here. We're gonna have a flamethrower on this one I'm putting together, and then a Gatling gun on the other one. Alright. There we go. Come on. Oh, this one doesn't want to slide in like it should, because I need to be able to turn it. There we go. That's better. Unless I wasn't supposed to glue this. Let's see. Glue. It doesn't say don't glue. So, because the arm needs to be able to actuate and move like this. And then figured I'd glue that in and then just slide it into there, but it just locks into place, and that is coming apart. Oopsie. Alright, let's go to putting... Looks like the flamethrower is going to be put together first. So, it's pretty simple. So, it's one piece right here. It's like 3 pieces. There we go. Gun just sits in here. Ooh. Here we go. Alright, and put the other part of the flamethrower together. So, a giant heavy flamer. This is a public service announcement. If you guys have seen that meme. I wonder if this just I should just lock this into place like this. My daughter is here, so...
Papa, the black little doesn't know I'm downstairs.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, so I didn't need to glue that. So we have a flamethrower on this guy, a giant chain blade on this one.
Why do you need to glue that one?
Why? Well, it locks into place, so Papa doesn't need to waste the glue, thankfully. So, but he does need to glue this Gatling gun together.
Oh!
So, sorry guys, my daughter's right here, so she's going to be chatting, and I'm going to be chatting with her. And then, thankfully, the chain gun goes together about as similar as the... Oop, put my finger in the glue there. Oh, I did forget the barrel of the Gatling gun, though. I need that.
Where does electricity come from?
Where does electricity come from? It is made by generating electrons until they want to separate from the... Well, I'm not even quite sure. I can't remember the entire process, but basically I know it involves electrons, which is why it's called electricity.
I know everything about electricity. It comes from dangerous stuff.
Well, electricity is dangerous if you don't, you know, take care of it.
Well, my mommy does not take care of it.
Yes, she does. Well, he does a good job of taking care and making sure that you're safe. So, and I clearly need to brush up on my usual things, because I can't believe I can't remember how to explain electricity, because basically you can generate it in several different ways, like from water or air or the sun somehow, which I find rather odd.
Little wants your attention.
No, she doesn't. Alright, I wonder if I have to do this on both sides or is the one side? Hi, kitty. I guess she does want my attention.
What did you say? She really wants your attention.
Yeah, it's only supposed to be the one side.
The kitty loves everyone.
I don't think so. The kitty only, the black one only loves you.
Yeah, but I said the gray one loves everyone.
The gray one does love everybody. So she's very big on getting attention from everybody. God dang.
But we'll get attention to every kitty we have.
No. There's a kitty behind me.
Yeah, I know.
There's a kitty crawling in behind me while I'm working right now.
That's a silly
Roll
kitty.
this back around.
Mama,
So,
this is a silly kitty.
so now we have
Mama,
two of these bad boys set up.
A silly cat.
Oh man, these are all coming together quite nicely. The only thing missing are the faces. Alright, we are in the home stretch, guys. All we have to do is just glue some faces together, put on some armor plates, throw on some spikes, and then throw on a vulture. And then these guys will be complete. It's been a fun ride so far. Let's glue these together right now. Let those set. Glue this together. So we are right in the home stretch. You gotta admit, this is, I think, the coolest model that I've put together. So, I think we'll save the weapons here, because I had cut out the weapons earlier, and we won't glue those in, just in case we want to change our mind later. We're going to add the shoulder pad here. Throw both of these up here. God dang, these things are fucking beautiful, guys. Here we go. Oh. There we go. Okay, so we got these shoulder pieces on. We're going to move over to the other one for right now. Oh, we'll need to hold these a little bit longer, it looks like. Okay. Gonna move over here to this other one and get the shoulder pads in place. Or polders, or whatever you call it. What is the proper name for that? The pauldrons? And we'll put spikes on this one and then the vulture on the other one, because the other one is my favorite. Shh, don't tell this one. Alright, there we go. There we go. Oh, these need to go up a little higher, that's why. There we go. Oopsie. Oh, did I not do that right? There we go. Then I think I'm going to do the missiles for both of these, unless I feel like changing my mind later on. Don't think so, but we'll see. let's see, put this one right here, and then we will start putting these spikes in place. There we go. Oh no! There we go. That's better. Oh man, this looks awesome. Alright, so now we just have to put this face together down here that is currently off screen. There we go. So now we're going to slip in here, put the spikes in place, put the vulture on the shoulder pad because that is probably the most badass place to put it. And then, instead of doing tusks, because we're going to do tusks on the other one, and I just pointed and you guys couldn't see me. So we're going to do tusks on this one and chains on this one. Oh, did I not glue these together? Oh, I thought I glued the vulture together. Oopsie. There we go. This one I'm going to have to hold in place. So we're going to have to hold this one in for a minute. Oop. Come on. It's off screen right now, but I'm having trouble holding this in place. So bring this to you guys so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I wonder what color I'm going to paint this. Well, it's starting to set a little bit, but I need to hold it for just a little bit longer. Alright, now we'll put the chains in place. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. So I got a friend coming over here in a minute, so I gotta move quick or I'm gonna run out of time, guys. Alright, come on. That was supposed to set there. That shoulder plate was starting to come loose a little bit. There we go. Oopsie. Alright, get some glue in there. Alright, here we go. Oh no, 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 no. Dang it. Better hold that upside down here so I don't have to use gravity my advantage, guys. Alright, there we go. That's better. Okay. So we got that in place. Now we just got to get this other chain in place, and then we'll get the head in place, and this one will be complete and ready for painting. I wonder what song I'm going to use for these guys when I finally show you this, or when I do the showcase later today. So this showcase is going to be out probably well before the actual head video. Oopsie. There we go. Let's just make sure we get some glue on here just to make sure we have everything stay in place like it needs to. There we go. There we go, and we are complete. So 1 war dog complete. So let's fix up this other one here. Get the head in place, and then get the tusks. And then this one will also be complete. The tusks look like they're going to go in a little bit easier. Okay. Almost there, guys. Come on. There we go. That's better. Got some nice tusks here. I really wish I had more aesthetics to add to these guys, but apparently there isn't much of anything else. I might add some personal touches up later, but we'll kind of see. Hopefully my glue doesn't turn solid inside the tube again. That was really annoying. Actually, I need rubber gloves and stuff to be able to run that under hot water so I can clean it out. There we go. There we go. That's better. All right, we are complete. So we got 2 war dogs, which will probably never see combat, but it's pretty dope to have. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in on this run. I'm probably going to shoot a showcase later, and we will figure it out from here. So I will see you guys later.